Welcome to Bulldog TV Wrestling for a very special senior night broadcast. Both the boys and girls Bulldog wrestling teams will take on Deland-Weldon. Hello everyone, I am Nick Morphew, an assistant coach with the boys team. And before tonight's meet, we will air our senior night ceremony. So head coach Rob Ledden and his wife Krista do an amazing job organizing and running a first-class ceremony, which we will bring to you before the meet starts. The Pin Pals, which are headed by Krista Ledden, have the gym all decked out in honor of our senior wrestlers, both boys and girls, and our senior Pin Pals. Tonight's meet will actually start with the girls' meet. I think they have about 5 or 6 matches, depending on if they can wrestle another wrestler twice. And then it will be a full boys 14-weight lineup for the Bulldogs. Things are getting settled here in the gym as we get prepared for the senior night ceremony. For the girls wrestlers, there are 4 seniors and 1 boys senior. So as far as the boys side of thing goes, we're only losing 1 wrestler from a very good team looking ahead to the next few years. So it's a very exciting time for Mahomet Wrestling. And on the girls' side of things, girls wrestling numbers keep growing. Our girls' team has about 12 girls, so that's a nice size. They fill every weight class. Girls wrestling is still growing in Illinois, so not many teams have full girls' teams. So we seem to be ahead of the curve on that front. If you are joining us tonight, this is actually our only Bulldog TV broadcast of the year. Now that the IHSA has moved to a 45-match limit, most teams wrestle duels on the weekend in a big duel tournament. There are very few weekday duels anymore. It's basically all individual tournaments where wrestlers can get 5 or up to 6 matches weekend, and that's the same with the dual team tournaments. So we're seeing the weekday duels slowly go away, but hopefully in the future here on Bulldog TV, we can get a regional or a sectional back in Mahomet, and we can broadcast those things as well. One of the Bulldog seniors that we're honoring tonight on the boys' side, Justice Verona, has been in 4 tournament finals this year and finally won in his 5th attempt here at the Sycamore tournament. He had an absolutely dominant performance this weekend. I think he had 4 pins and 1 tech fall in his run to the Sycamore tournament championship. He would have been my vote for outstanding wrestler if I would have got a vote for that. Just absolutely dominated at 144. The boys team in general has had a pretty tough schedule. Coach Ledden puts them up against the best wrestlers in the state, and they actually even traveled to Wisconsin for a tournament this year, the Mid-States Classic. And so our boys have seen the best competition they can, and it's showing. They are making huge improvements and adapting and getting better every week. So it's an exciting time, exciting part of the season, especially with our home tournaments coming up. The Marty Williams tournament is this weekend, this Saturday. But on Friday night, we are having the 2nd annual Mary Kelly tournament for the girls. So Mary Kelly was a pioneer in women's wrestling. She comes from a wrestling family and wrestled boys her whole career. She wrestled all the way through high school and was a big contributor to a lot of those good teams in the 90s. So it's pretty awesome that we have one of the pioneers of women's wrestling that's affiliated with our school. Looks like Coach Ledden is just about ready to start the senior night ceremony, so I'm going to sign off temporarily. We will broadcast the ceremony, and hopefully you can hear all the great things about our Bulldog seniors.
If I can have the seniors and their parents to the common area over by the streamer door. We'll line you up in the commons. I'd like to welcome you all to Senior Night 2026. As we get our parents and seniors lined up in the commons, we'll introduce them and read their senior bios. Once they're all out here, then we'll do the national anthem. and then we'll begin wrestling. Our girls team will go first, then our varsity boys, and then JV matches will be at the end. All right, we are ready to begin our senior night introductions. First up, Lillian Daniels, daughter of Hope and Brandon Farney and Sean Daniels. Lily is a 3-time letterwoman and 2-time captain in wrestling. Lily was one of 4 captains for our 4th place IHSA dual team last season. Lily has 14 varsity wins with 13 by fall. Lily was also an IWCOA Girls Open State Qualifier in 2024. Lily won the Girls Bulldog Award in 2025 and the Girls Sportsmanship Award in 2024. Lily is most proud of helping to build the girls wrestling program here at Mahomet-Seymour. Lily is also proud of being chosen to attend a leadership camp in Costa Rica last year. Lily has been a freshman mentor for the past 2 years, a cheerleader captain, 6 years singing the national anthem, which she will also sing tonight, including singing the national anthem at the boys IHSA Individual State Championship Tournament. Lily's college decision is currently underway. Lily plans on majoring in elementary education with a minor in business administration. Senior Lily Daniels. Our next is Cheyenne Martin, daughter of Josh and Jennifer Martin. Cheyenne has been a Pen Pal statistician for 2 seasons. Cheyenne currently works part-time at M2 Prom. Cheyenne has participated in pageants outside of school. Cheyenne has won the Illinois Sunshine Queen and the International Queen of Queens through the Sunburst Beauty Pageant organization. Cheyenne plans to achieve her real estate license. Cheyenne would like to spend a semester at sea and then move to Florida indefinitely. Cheyenne plans to attend community college in Florida, working toward a degree, associate's degree. Senior Cheyenne Martin. Molly Schifo, daughter of Tasha and Jason Schifo. Center Bulldog. There you go. Molly is a 2-time letterwoman and one of the captains this season for the girls team. Molly has won 4 varsity matches, all 4 decided by fall. Molly earned her service letter in 2025 for coaching junior high cross country. Molly has been involved in cross country, track and field, and was a member of this season's inaugural flag football team. Molly has committed to Southern Illinois University Edwardsville to study elementary education with an endorsement in special education. Senior Molly Schifo. Liliana Snipes, daughter of Sarah Snipes. Liliana has been a 2-time letterwoman with 7 varsity wins, 6 decided by fall. This season, Liliana placed 5th at the Springfield Joe B. Memorial Girls Tournament. Liliana's best wrestling match memory was when she won by points at the Pontiac Girls Tournament, and Coach Stafford told her, "That's how you wrestle." Liliana has played the saxophone for 7 years and was in the marching band for 4 years. Liliana was part of the marching band winning the Governor's Championship at the University of Illinois 3 of her 4 high school years. Liliana's future plans include owning her own business in either cosmetology or the cleaning field. Senior Liliana Snipes. Justice Verona, son of Clint and Sarah Verona. Justice is a 4-time letterman, 2-time varsity captain, and 2-time IHSA state qualifier. Justice currently has 132 career varsity wins with 87 decided by fall. Justice has been a member of 3 final 8 IHSA dual teams, including our 4th place finish last season. Justice has earned the Most Falls Award both in 2024 and 2025, with 26 falls in both seasons. Justice earned the Boys Bulldog Mindset Award in 2025 and the Most Improved Award in 2024. Justice has earned the Brent Johnson Ironman Award in both 2024 and 2025. Justice has been named First Team All-Apollo Conference in both 2024 and 2025. Justice was also named Champaign News Gazette Second Team in 2024 and Honorable Mention in 2025. This season, Justice is placed in the top 10 at each tournament. 10th at the Marmion Cadet Classic, 5th at Rockford East Giordani Invitational, 2nd at the Dale Breckle Mascuda Invitational, 2nd at the Mid-States Classic in Whitewater, Wisconsin, 2nd place at Libertyville Invitational, and 1st place this past weekend at the Sycamore 50th Invitational. Justice is in the work-study program with Lands Incorporated. Justice earned 2 varsity letters in football and 1 in soccer. Justice is involved in his church youth group. Justice also participated in his first Spartan race this past summer. Justice plans in the future to go into the trades, working in the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning field. Senior Justice Verona. And now, if Lily could come to the podium, we can all rise, remove all caps for the playing and singing of our national anthem.
Congratulations to all our Bulldog seniors. So tonight's dual meets will start off with the girls. There will be 6 matches, starting with senior Lillian Daniels, who you just heard sing the national anthem. Great job, Lillian. She is wrestling Addison France from Deland-Weldon. So before we start, I should say a couple things about Deland-Weldon. This is a first-year wrestling program, and it's helmed by Justin Ernst. Justin is a former Mahomet wrestler, and the Ernsts are a Mahomet family who have been involved in different levels. Rusty Ernst, Justin's dad, was involved in coaching from youth club all the way up through the scholastic levels. He even did some work here on Bulldog TV in the past. Jared Ernst, Justin's brother, actually stepped up and started our youth club back up when we needed someone to do that, and that's who I took over the youth club from, I should say. And so Justin has now stepped into the coaching ranks and started this program at Deland-Weldon, and they have a full lineup at the boys level and a decent amount of girls. So good for Justin in kind of spurring that school district to get wrestling started. Okay, our first match of the night, senior Lillian Daniels. Lily is 8-11 on the year. And we're underway. A tight collar tie by Lillian. Daniels trying to snap down. She gets France down on the mat and spins around for the 3-point takedown. 15 seconds into the match, that takedown for Lily Daniels. She's going to cut France to give her the 1-point escape. Shot by France, double leg, sprawl by Daniels, spins around and gets a second takedown. 6-1 now for Daniels as she's trying to work a butcher. Digging underneath to try and grab the far arm. She's got it, and she gets Franz over. The referee is counting. This might be a first period pin for Daniels, and there it is. A 6-pointer for our Bulldog women wrestlers. Daniels gets a win on senior night. Next up is the 120 weight class. We have Alexandria Keegley for our Bulldogs and Meadow Baker for Deland-Weldon. Once again, our girls will wrestle in a Friday night tournament here at home, the Mary Kelly Invite. Mary Kelly, one of the prominent names in women's Illinois wrestling. Once again, I'd like to give a shout out to Rob and Krista Ledden for putting a lot of work into this senior night to make it special. They decorate the gym. Afterwards, there's a reception for all the wrestlers and the families. That's one of the things that Coach Ledden tries to do with everything that he takes on with this program is try to make a family atmosphere and incorporate fellowship whenever we can have it. Okay, Keegley and Baker take the mat. Right to hand fighting off the whistle. There is a shot by Baker and a takedown. Early 3 points in the first 10 seconds for the Deland-Weldon wrestler. Baker is in danger of locking her hands here. She really needs to push forward instead of pulling. When you're on top, you want to drive forward and get rid of one of those posts, and there will be a locked hands call. So all these Deland-Weldon wrestlers, most of them are first-year wrestlers. So you might see mistakes like that. When you're in the top position, you cannot just lock your hands and hold on. You can lock your hands if you're doing a pinning combination, but if you're just riding on top, you cannot lock. Baker's going to give up a second penalty point here for locked hands. The next one will be 2 points. And this early in the match, only 41 seconds have gone off the clock. She might be in danger of being disqualified. Though it's not a dangerous move, it's a hold that's not allowed. Oh, been informed by my spotter here, Mr. Simon Anderson, the faculty sponsor of Bulldog TV, that there was a technical violation because the D-Land wrestler had a bracelet on or something like that, and so she had to run it to her bench. So that was the first penalty point, and now we've had 2 locked hands. Trying to sort out the score here. Keegley's record for the Bulldogs is 5-9 this season. And all of her wins have been falls. Keegley's going to start down. Baker is going to release her, and so Keegley gets the one escape point, and they go back to their feet. I think that Baker just has to keep trying to take Keegley down and then let her go as soon as possible, or she's going to be in danger of getting disqualified from this match. So Keegley gets a sprawl, gets her hips on her, and gets around behind for her own three-point takedown. Baker right up to her feet, doing a good job of getting hand control, facing and gets a one-point escape. It is now 8-4 with less than a minute to go in this first period. Shot again by Baker, sprawl by Keegley. Good hustle by Baker, trying to get her knees underneath her. Trying to get her weight forward so she can get a firmer grip on the leg. Keegley doing a nice job of staying long. Has a crossface now. Looking to spin around. And Keegley should have nothing yet. She did not establish control. Now she's got control, and that's a three-point takedown. It's now 11-4 in favor of Keegley. She throws a half right away. Needs to get her arm a little deeper in there. She doesn't really have great leverage. 5 seconds left, and she's getting back points at the end of this first period. A 4-point near fall, and it is currently 15-4 going into the second period of this 120-pound match. Baker chooses neutral right away to try to get back in this match. I don't think Keegley has shot. Every shot has been from Baker. Keegley trying to snap Baker down. Gets an underhook and a far arm, throws Baker to her back. Another 4 points, so it's a tech fall if she does not pin her here. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to from this hold. Oh, but Baker goes to her back. Now she is in danger of being pinned. Baker was in good position, probably wasn't going to get pinned, and she's able to get back to on her knees. That right shoulder blade's still up. Keegley able to get Baker over. If she can lift the head, she might have the pin. There's a minute left in this second period. Baker's putting up a good fight, though. Keegley really doesn't have a good hold of anything. She really needs to scoop the head and lift it. And there's the fall, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Alexandria Keegley with the pin. At 1:55, we will see Kaisley Shakowski, who is 4-2 on the year, wrestling against Kyra McCauley from Deland-Weldon. The Bulldogs have won both matches so far with falls. Collar tie from McCauley here early. Oh, there's a nice straight-in shot by Shakowski. Kaisley looking for a wrist or looking for an arm. She really needs to drive forward. If she just drove forward, there she goes. She needs to use her feet, climb up the body. We're going to get a locked hands call here in this one. It'll be 3-1 now. And Kaisley cuts McCauley to give her a point. 3-2 now. Start back on your feet. That was a nice left side single. Now McCauley tries a shot. Go behind by Kaisley. Good double thigh pry. She just needs to keep the forward pressure. Trap her wrist. She has a half open on this left side. Oh, but McCauley just kind of rolls to her back for her. We might get our third pin in a row here for the Bulldogs. And there's the fall. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldog women. All right. Oh no, my track wrestling went screwy. Try to get a name here. Okay, at 190. I think this is 190. I don't have a name for the D-Land wrestler, but the Mahomet wrestler is going to be Yasmin Costa. Oh, it looks like Yasmin will take a forfeit. And 2:35 should be our next match. I have 2 more matches listed for the girls. Okay, here we go. Yes, 2:35. We have Kaylin Jones from Mahomet-Seymour against Hannah King from Deland-Weldon. Our girls' coaches are Jeff Castor and Zach Stafford, who've done a nice job with the program. Keeps growing in numbers every year. Good hand fight from these 2 wrestlers right off the bat. Jones with a snap down, but then King went in on a shot. Jones just has to stuff the head, circle around, maybe grab this left, circle to her left. Stay on the head, circle left, grab that near ankle. Keep circling, keep circling. Referee Jeff Purcell calls a stalemate. 1:22 left in this first period. Good action at 2:35 so far. Wrestlers trying to fight for position. Jones is doing a good job of taking territory. King might get called for a stall if she keeps backing up. Snap down attempt by Jones, and she gets King on her back. We might have our 4th straight Bulldog fall. Way to adjust there by Jones. She really just needs to lift the head. She needs to get a good handle. That looks like a pin from up here. And there it is, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs get 4 pins and a forfeit on the girls' side of things, but we might have one more exhibition. I think Liliana Snipes from Mahomet is going to wrestle Addison France from Deland-Weldon. Maybe not. So we might go right into the boys' meet here. We're going to start at 106. We have an interesting behavioral psychology experiment happening here on air because my son, Grant Morphew, will take the mat at 106 for the Bulldogs. So I will try to keep my composure, not complain about the refs too much. Morphew is a freshman. He is, I don't even know his record actually. He is 21-6 on the year. The first 4 weights actually for the Bulldogs tonight. So the Bulldog lineup tonight, Simon, maybe we can pull that up since we're having captains meet in the middle. The Bulldog lineup tonight is a mixture of JV and varsity wrestlers due to match count. So 106 is Grant Morphew. Then we have a run of freshmen also with Mitchell Mategan, Noah Mites, Xavier Foster. Jude Wild is a sophomore at 132. Liam Noonan, a junior at 138. Justice Verona, our lone senior and captain at 144. His younger brother Joe, a freshman, will man 150. Weston Newts, a junior, is at 157. Talon Decker, one of our captains, at 165. Chris Dill, a sophomore, at 175. Marco Casillas, a sophomore and captain, at 190. Frank Watson, a freshman who's bumping up a couple weights to fill a spot for the team, is at 215. And Jose Torres is at 285. So the captains have made their decisions. If you're ever wondering what the captains do in the center of the mat, they basically, a coin is flipped, and whatever team wins that coin toss, they get their choice if they want the odd or the even matches. So let's say if you pick the odd matches, that means the first match of the night, you will get the choice in the second period. But that also means you have to report first to the table. So a lot of times that really doesn't factor much into dual meets, although a few years ago, our Bulldogs made it to the state dual team tournament because they won the toss and got to pick odd or evens. And that forced Chatham to report to the table at a weight, and we could respond with the wrestler that we wanted to put out there. And so basically a trip to team state came down to that coin flip. Okay, here we go, 106. Grant Morphew takes the mat. He will be wrestling Newberry from Deland-Weldon. These two met earlier this year, and Grant won by fall. Grant is a 3-time IESA state place winner. It definitely took an adjustment period in the first couple months of the year, but he's wrestling really well right now, has made a lot of improvements. To say Grant has energy when he wrestles is an understatement. He moves around like a tornado out there, sometimes to his detriment, but for the most part, his pace and activity level benefit him. And there's an ankle pick right off the whistle by Grant for the 3-point takedown, and he's going to go neutral. Ooh, Newberry tries a shot. Morphew in the front headlock. Could have had a near side cradle there, but forgoes it. Cuts Newberry again. Morphew a little more patient than I've seen him in the past. Another shot by Newberry. Morphew with a belly whizzer blocks the knee and goes around for his third takedown. We are just over 30 seconds into this match. Grant cuts again. I'd like to see a better shot than that, but he gets another takedown, 12-3. Right to a butcher. Grant's getting back points. And Grant gets the fall. That's the opening 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Grant actually pinned a 2A state qualifier this past weekend at the Sycamore tournament. So very good on top and continuing that here tonight. Up next is another freshman, Mitchell Mategan for the Bulldogs. Mitchell's an interesting wrestler. He comes to us as a first-year wrestler, but he has an extensive jiu-jitsu background. So it's been fun seeing him learn the sport and seeing kind of how he's trying to adjust to the differences between jiu-jitsu and wrestling. Oh no, my track wrestling screwed up again. Mitchell is, let me check Mitchell's record here. He is 16-13 on the year with 6 falls. Mitchell with some good level changes, waiting for his opponent to reach so he can go underneath. Nice double leg there by Mitch. Climbs up the body well. He's got an opening takedown and almost had some back points. Goes right to a half and throws the legs in. He's very comfortable with these legs in. Once again, that's that jiu-jitsu background kind of kicking in. You really wouldn't see beginning wrestlers throw legs in. If Mitchell climbs up the body and throws a half, I think he could turn the D-Land wrestler. Mitchell now working for a far side cradle. Oh. I think that was a locked hands call. I don't think it was a full Nelson. I think it was locked hands. Once again, beginning wrestlers will tend to lock their hands. Mitchell with a double thigh pry gets the leg in. This wrestler from Deland-Weldon is Draven Critchfield. Good crossface by Mitch. Now he just needs to keep reaching that left hand out. Getting back points here. And still good amount of time here in this first period. (7-1) now. Mitchell with that leg still in. He released his hold so he could go back to that crossface and get more back points, but it looks like he's trying to dig in a power half. Ooh, I like this on Bulldog TV. The mat side camera, that's a nice addition. You can see Mitchell with a lot of forward pressure. Out to the side, sinking that half. He's got 10 seconds to get this fall. He might get it. He's a little too high and needs to settle back, but that looks pretty close. And there's the fall, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. 2 freshmen in a row with pins. All right, we have another freshman coming up, Noah Mites, my second favorite wrestler. He's a fellow freshman, a 2-time IESA state place winner. Noah, very quick, good athlete, was started on the varsity soccer team as a freshman. Was one of their key goal scorers and assist men up there in the front line. He is wrestling Connor Demko Easton from D-Land. Noah with a good club, tried to get a snap. I like it when Noah uses his hands and those fakes at the same time. That's a straight-on shot by Easton, defended by Mites. Mites with another big club. Looked like he was trying to go under that arm for a duck under, but they got in a tight collar tie. I think Mites could shoot a sweep on that lead leg. A dive-in reshot then by Mites. Another shot by Easton. Mites going to try and get his head down to the mat, but can't quite. Mites just needs to get him a little bit out of his stance. He needs more fakes. Good hybrid slide by duck under. And Mites gets the first takedown. Still over a minute to go in this period. Mites has a cross wrist. He does like to tilt, but sneaks that leg in. I don't think this is where Noah is most comfortable. If I were on the bench, I'd probably tell him to get that leg out. Throws a good, hard cross face. There, he gets the leg out. "25 seconds left. Can Mites get some back points here?" Threads the needle. Nice lift. Good physical pinning combination. And there's another first period fall for the Bulldogs. Freshman Noah Mites with the pin. At 126, we'll see Xavier Foster, another freshman. He was a state qualifier last year for our junior high team. These freshmen have faced a steep learning curve with our tough schedule, but Xavier's really wrestling well. X is 5-10 on the year with 3 falls. Looks like we're having trouble checking in at the table, getting the names right. So our boys' upcoming schedule, we have the Marty Williams on Saturday. That starts with the wrestlers divided up into pools. And so they do a round-robin pool, and based on their placement, then they're put in a knockout bracket with wrestlers from other pools who had similar pool records. So it's a good tournament. You get 5 matches. And then on Monday, Martin Luther King holiday, we will wrestle our Apollo duels. So everyone from the Apollo Conference will meet in Mount Zion, and we'll wrestle a series of 5 duels to determine who's the conference champion. Oh no, it looks like X has a forfeit. Darn, I was hoping to see him wrestle tonight. Okay, at 132 will be sophomore Jude Wild. It's Jude's first year in our program. He wrestled for Champaign Centennial last year. Our regular starter at 132 is junior state qualifier Gideon Hayter. I should say that at 106 our starter is Miles Hartzler, but we're wrestling some of our JV kids tonight because we have to keep track of how many matches guys wrestle in a season. You can only wrestle 45 before regionals. I shouldn't say only 45. That's a lot of matches. But we had to give Gideon the night off, so Jude gets the start here at 132. Jude with a right side high crotch to get the 3 points with only 15 seconds off the clock. I like it when Jude attacks. Sometimes he could be a little passive and neutral. He's going to cut, let's see, this is Tristan Skoronski. 3-1 now as they start back on their feet. Shot by Stronsky. Good short offense here by Jude. Oh, he needed to bury his head behind the armpit. He's still able to get the ankle and get the takedown, though. Good chop to a cross wrist and a roll through tilt. He might get a fall from this. Man, that looks like a pin on our monitor, and there it is. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. All falls for the Bulldogs so far as we head into 138. Liam Noonan is our representative at 138, a junior. Liam is 12 and 13 on the year with 7 falls. He actually went 4-1 this weekend at the Sycamore tournament. So he built a lot of momentum as that tournament went on. Hopefully he can start fast tonight, be aggressive. He's got good physicality, good fight. Noonan with a tough collar tie there, looking to throw an underhook. Ooh, I like that fake. He probably could have taken the shot right there. Long shot by the D-Land wrestler. Long shot by Liam, but he keeps that elbow. The D-Land wrestler trying a cement mixer. Liam's trying to drag out. Now he keeps the elbow and hits a fireman's. Gets around the waist. He's going to get back points here, or he should. Transitions nicely to a butcher. Oh, good job by the D-Land wrestler fighting that off. Go out of bounds, and we will restart. Although I don't think, at least on our scoreboard, they did not reset everything. All right, the referees are addressing that now. I'm not sure how much time will be left. Oh, they have one. They put 1:17 on the clock. Oddly specific. This is Reese Milligan from Deland-Weldon. Oh. Milligan went right to his back, but is able to get out and then right in on a shot on Noonan, looking for the head and a cradle. Noonan needs, I would prefer Liam to get a whizzer. Oh, he does have a whizzer, but he's got to keep his head up. He's able to cradle Liam. Liam, oh, needs to break the hands, fight to his belly. I don't think he's gotten any back points yet, just the takedown. Or did they give him a reversal? Maybe there was not enough separation. Yeah, it looks like they gave Milligan a reversal. So Milligan went to his back, almost got out, and dove right in on a leg. That's why they only gave him a reversal. Now Noonan gets a point for an illegal hold. Noonan, nice quad pod. Good job of fighting hands. Milligan, oh, looking for that near side cradle. Liam really needs to keep his head up. And actually, that's kind of one of Liam's habits in wrestling. Sometimes he leaves his head hanging. So this might not be a great matchup for Liam if he can't make that adjustment. First period ends, 4-2 lead for Liam Noonan. Liam will choose neutral. Looks like we're still having some score table issues. Shot right off the whistle for Milligan. Nice re-attack there from Liam, and now he's got his own cradle. Liam goes right to that stud cradle where he gets both his knees on side of the leg. Why didn't he stay there? There you go. Keep that leg trapped on your hip. So Liam just needs to circle to the head, keep crowding that knee to the head, and he'll go. Ooh. Liam's on the wrong side, but at least he's getting back points. Milligan breaks the grip. Liam's now in a half. catches the arm smartly. Liam. Oh. Liam still in control here, gets 4 back points. It's now 11-2 with 1:14 left. Good deep half here from Liam. Can't get the Mills over though, the Mills half. Liam just hanging on an arm. I would prefer to see him chop the arm there. Milligan gets around for a reversal. So sometimes Liam needs a little more starch in his core. He needs to be a little stronger with his core. Sometimes he's a little too Gumby-like, and I think that's what happened on that reversal. Milligan has a deep half, rolling to a crab ride now. 34 seconds left in the second period. Liam gets under the leg. This is a good position for Liam. Now he's got the head and leans back. He might need to post here. He gets a reversal, and he might get the fall. This looks pretty darn close. Oh, Liam loses the head, but is still in control. 15 seconds left, and there is the fall. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Liam Noonan keeps the pin streak going. Up next for the Bulldogs, our lone senior, Justice Vrona. 144-pounder, just won the Sycamore tournament this past weekend in dominant fashion. All pins or tech falls on his way to that championship. Justice went out for soccer this year for the first time, won the starting goalie spot, and made all-conference goalie. Just a great athlete, likes to use quickness. There you see a nice misdirection there, but couldn't get in. Good reshot by the Deland wrestler. Justice needs to move his feet a little more. He's just not as active as we usually see him. Another shot by the Deland wrestler. Justice fights it off and has an overhook here. Does a nice cross ankle pick, drives in and gets the first takedown. Justice, a great wrestler, looking for one of those state medals this year. Justice trying that misdirection, trying to work on some things. Gets another slick takedown. Has the arm trap, is gonna cut. Hey, this Deland wrestler's being aggressive against a very tough opponent. This is Anshawn White from Deland. It is 6-2. Anshawn takes another shot. Justice with a good sprawl, circling towards his free leg. Then circles back the other way after the grip breaks. Now 46 seconds left in the period. During the senior night presentation, Coach Ledden was talking about how Justice led the team in pins for the past 2 years. Roll through ball and chain tilt for Justice, but he's not getting any points. He doesn't have very good control of the upper body in this position. (9-2) right now. I still don't think Justice is getting back points yet. I would just abandon this and go to something else, but there's only 9 seconds left. Justice, very good. This is his move, the chicken wing. If he can get a wing in, he's probably going to get a fall. Ooh, bold choice. White's going to go down. We'll see if Justice tries something else other than his wing, or if he just goes to his wing, tries to end the match. Now he's got a deep Mills half. Wrist, digs his wing. White is in the danger zone right now. Oh, Verona's got the corner. Here it is. He's going to settle in. And there's the 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. Senior Justice Vrona. Captain and state qualifier. Well, this has to be interesting for the Verona parents. It's probably the first time it's ever happened. Now freshman Joe Verona will take the mat at 150, Justice's little brother. Little big brother, big little brother? I don't know how you'd say that. Big little brother, probably. Joe Verona on the year is 9-4 with 7 falls. Our typical starter at 150 is Garrett Waysath, a junior who's really come on this year and won the Libertyville tournament, taken multiple third places in tournaments. He's just had a great season. But Joe gets his shot at a varsity match tonight. Justice is now 28-7 with 24 pins after that previous match. So the Bulldogs up 42-0. Joe with a double right off the whistle. Has an arm trap too. Is he going to cut? Joe's going to try and get a little work in neutral here. Ooh, I like that fake from Joe. Nice drop down to that leg. Another takedown. 6-1. And we're just 20 seconds into the match. Oh, he's going to copy Big Brother. He's got a wing in. Oh, wing and a half. This is a tough hold. This should be a fall here. And there it is, 32 seconds into the match. A pin for Joe Verona on the varsity level. Bulldogs up to 48-0. All pins for the Bulldogs so far. Okay, at 157, we have junior Weston Newts. Weston is actually new to our district. He comes from Tennessee, where he was a Tennessee state qualifier. He just wrestled hard, man. He wrestles hard and loves it. It's fun to watch him. And he's been a great addition to our team. Honor student. Good leader in the room. He is 21-13 with 6 falls. Weston with a nice knee pick from an under-over. Oh, still doesn't have the takedown. Has a cross face and is looking to pick up the far ankle. Newts is pretty good at scrambling, so he's probably pretty comfortable here. There, he breaks the grip. Hey, good hustle by the D-Land wrestler. Newts trying to get the ankle. Good action to start this 157-pound match.
Do you have Deland-Weldon's names?
Yes.
They'll be right here.
Oh, okay. This is Chote? Choat? I'm just going to call him Bentley. That's his first name. High crotch here by Newts. Turns the corner nicely. Bentley had the neck wrench. Newts goes right with both legs in. He's got a minute to work here on top. Probably power half is his best option. But if Bentley is going to turn his hips like that, he gets out of the legs. Newts with a claw and tight waist. Bentley tries to roll out of it. Newts follows well, was maybe in trouble there for a second. Gets a leg back in and now crossface. This should be back points here. Bentley was a little too stretched out and on his side, but it's stopped for an illegal move, I think because Weston was across the throat. So it's 3-1 now with 35 seconds left in this in this first period at 157. You see Weston's shoes. They're blue Nikes with orange details. Kids nowadays are painting their shoes to match their team colors. It's kind of cool. I think these shoes look pretty sharp. Bentley gets right up to his feet. Newts gets him down to the mat. It's trying to throw a half. Throws one far side. He's got the Blair ride now. Bentley trying to roll. Newts trying to follow. This is Bentley wings down again. Newts is able to get a leg in and able to trap Bentley on his back. Not maybe how you draw it up, but Way to at least get some points and catch Bentley on his back. Newts is up 7-1 now. Newts just needs to find something, I think, a little more solid in his ride. Get a little bit better control. Get opponents flat without having to throw in the legs. Newts chooses neutral. Scored on a nice high crotch shot in the first. I love those stutter step fakes. There you go. Now a double leg. Nice head up shot. Just, I don't know if I'd even call it a blast double. Good shot. They changed rules recently in high school wrestling that the action goes on as long as there's one supporting point inbound. So they've kind of expanded the mat in high school wrestling. Newts is going to release Bentley, and now it's now 10-2, 1:30 left in this second period. Newts digs an underhook, trying to get his head in position, head in the temple. I'm guessing a high crotch is coming. Oh, Bentley tries his own shot. Newts in short offense is able to slip his arm out and get the takedown. Another escape. It is now a 10-point lead for Newts. Newts, I think that maybe was a super duck, but went to a high crotch. Newts just needs to keep the legs split here. Maybe he can work his way up to a claw. He finds a half, and he's going to start getting back points. Newts just needs to extend that arm towards his head. There's a 4-point near fall. That's 20-3, and that is the tech fall. So 5 more points for the Bulldogs. The first non-pin of the night for Mahomet. And we will see another one of our captains at 165, Talon Decker. Talon is currently 23-4 on the season with 10 falls. Talon, I think we've been to 5 tournaments. He's won 3 of them. This past weekend at Sycamore, he got 4th. Ran into some real tough competition, but I'll tell you what, Talon showed me some guts this weekend. He was put in some physically tough positions, painful positions, and fought them off, kept wrestling hard, battled to the end, came off the mat exhausted. I thought he had a great tournament, even though I know he was disappointed. Just a physical and imposing wrestler. And he's a Decker, and if you've listened to me over the years and followed the Decker brothers, they seem to have that little extra special where they can get out of weird positions or turn something into nothing. And there Talon tried a Merkle. His leg slipped out, though, but he does get the takedown. No back. This wrestler is David Bates from Deland-Weldon. Talon with a club in a head in the middle shot, comes up through the back door and gets another takedown. Talon very good on top, looks like, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Now he's trying to do banana splits. So sometimes Talon does try to make some stuff up and he can get in trouble, so it's a good thing he does have that ability to get out of tough situations. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there on top. I like the movement, like the physicality. Nice low double there for his 4th takedown of the match. Or was it 3rd? It's 9-2. Possible injury timeout here for the D-Land wrestler. While we have a bit of a break here, I want to thank our Bulldog TV student participants. So we have Allie Sanders and Jake Rohde manning our cameras. There's Allie Sanders And there's Jake with our mat side camera. Also like to thank Mr. Simon Anderson, who is the faculty sponsor for Bulldog TV. Oh, and hello, yes. I'm Nick Morphew, one of the assistant coaches here at Mahomet. All right, Talon is going to release Bates, so we will start on our feet again with 40 seconds left in this first period. Decker with a snap, but doesn't go for the go behind. It seems like he's trying to set something up here. He's not taking what Bates has given him. Don't know what he's trying to do. Gets to a front headlock, gonna try and bury his head in the hole maybe and try a near side cradle. Or is he trying to do an assassin? There, he buries his head in the hole. Doesn't have his takedown yet. There's only 7 seconds left. There he gets the takedown and the cradle. Can he get the fall before time expires? No, he can't. But a 7-point move there, and I think that will be the match. I'll see if they update the score here. No, it won't. It's 16-3. Starting in neutral for the second period. So if Talon wants the pin, he's going to have to take him down straight to his back and hold him there. A new rule is if the wrestler breaks 45 degrees after they've been on their back in a tech fall situation, they'll stop the match. So Talon has to put him on his back and plant him there to get the pin. Half shot by Bates. Talon gets to a fireman's, and he's going to be able to go to the back. Nope. Can't capitalize. That's all right. 2 tech falls in a row for the Bulldogs from Newts and Decker. And at 175, we'll see sophomore Chris Dill. I'll tell you, man, the Chris Dill is my vote for most improved already this year. He already jumped levels at the beginning of the season when I saw him wrestle, but then from December until now, he's found another level in his wrestling. He is just doing really well. A kid who didn't go out for wrestling until junior high, but has really grown leaps and bounds. And he's tall. He's got this big frame. I wouldn't be surprised if he's up a couple weights next year and is a major, major hammer. Well, he's already doing well. He's already a hammer for us, but I'm excited to see where the rest of this year and the next 2 years go for Chris Dill. He's in on a shot, trying to pull in the leg, trying to pop his head out for a double. Doesn't get it. Shot by the D-Land wrestler. Chris is in a belly whizzer situation. Scrambling, and they go out of bounds. What the coaches have been working with Chris on is that he's got so much length for his weight that he really needs to watch his level. He needs to take extra care to stay lower. Slide by attempt by Chris. He is wrestling Joseph Shum from D-Land. Ooh, nice low single by Chris. Oh, he can't hold the ankle, though. Good reaction by Shum. Chris, they're using that length, just grabs a knee and is able to spin behind for the first 3-point takedown of the match. Dill as a wing. He's trying to wing tilt here. Oh, his fist just rode up the back. A little too far, potentially dangerous. Inside chop by Dill, and then finds a nice Mills half. He needs to keep that knee in front, just drives over. Good job, Chris. Trying to settle back. I think he'll get the fall here. His arm isn't as deep as you would maybe like it, but he's still in pretty good position. If Chris can lift the head, if he can get his elbow more behind the head, there is the fall. Another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. And the D-Land wrestler might be injured. So while we have an injury timeout here, I would like to thank our Bulldog TV sponsors. Thank you to D1 Networks, Busey Bank, Subway of Mahomet, Christie Clinic, Jackson Quality Construction, Mid-America Market, Andrew White Dentistry, First State Bank of Forest, and the Illinois Army National Guard. So once again, thank you to all our Bulldog TV sponsors, making it possible for us to bring you our home athletic events and even away ones every once in a while. At 190, we have one of the top ranked 190-pounders in the state, Marco Casillas. But it looks like he might be getting a forfeit here. If I were Coach Ledden, I'd just double forfeit maybe. No, but Marco's going to take the forfeit. Marco won the championship this weekend at the Sycamore tournament. He is 31-2 with 18 falls. And you will be seeing a lot of, if you haven't seen a lot of him on social media and in the results, you definitely will be in the postseason. He placed third last year as a freshman at 175. Just a phenomenal technician and athlete, fun to watch. At 215, freshman Frank Watson will wrestle. Frank, I believe it's his first year in the district. Or at least I know he wrestled Kids Club in Champaign. A very promising young athlete. But he wants to learn. I do like coaching Frank, especially in practice, because he wants the feedback. He wants to be told where he can improve. He has a very bright future. And he's a 175-pounder as a freshman. He's going to be one of our upper weights that matter here in the next couple years. Even though he's wrestling 215, he's right around 180. We've had some injuries to our team. We lost some depth in our upper weights, and so Frank's going to try and bump up and compete with bigger wrestlers. Although it looks like he's wrestling a female wrestler in this one. So girls wrestling in Illinois, girls can wrestle an all-girls schedule, or they can wrestle with the boys, but as soon as they wrestle an all-girls schedule, they have to wrestle girls. Frank with a couple quick takedowns. Frank took second at the JV, the Pekin JV tournament this weekend, up at 190. And once again, he's up at 250. He's wrestling at 215 right now. Frank gets some quick takedowns at back points here, throws a basic half, and should get a first period fall here. He needs to pull her arm up towards her head. Never mind. There's another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. 76-0 now on the team score going into heavyweight. And this is Jose Torres for the Bulldogs. Jose is a second-year wrestler. Still finding his way, but does a lot of good things. Definitely a lot of promise in Jose. Jose on the year is 16-16 with 10 falls. He is wrestling Oliver Parrish from D-Land. Jose does a good job of getting in position. He doesn't really get out of position. He's got pretty nimble feet. Looks like Parrish is trying double overs. Jose gets back on top in good position. Now he's circling. He's got that ankle. I like it. Just stuff the head. He's not using there. Stuff the head and circle to that ankle. Keep the head down. Oh, and now he lost the ankle. No, keep the ankle. Just stay on the head, keep the ankle, and keep spinning. There you go. All right, now we get our takedown. Going right to that power half for Jose. Oh, and he's got the shoulder up. This is very promising. If Jose can drop his chest, he might be getting back points, and there he is. Good job, kid. And there's the fall, another 6-pointer for the Bulldogs. 82-0. The Bulldogs have won this meet. I do not think there are any JV or extra matches. We'll see here. Oh, maybe there are. So the Varsity Bulldogs win 82-0. Looks like we'll have at least one JV match. This will be Manny Diaz, a freshman first-year wrestler at 126. And what I like about Manny is he's all in on wrestling. He loves it, loves the fight. He gets in there and scraps. He doesn't care who he wrestles. He's wrestled some on the varsity level this year, and he does not give up. And, of course, at the beginning of the year, it's a little rough just because there are a lot of positions and things that aren't natural. You don't have the kind of the background knowledge of the sport. But, man, in a short amount of time, he's come a long way. And if, I've found that with beginning wrestlers, if they have some athleticism and they really love the sport, they improve rapidly. So, they could start in junior high. Heck, you could start your freshman year and make rapid improvements and still have a big impact and have a very rewarding high school career. So that's what I'm hoping for Manny, because he's shown all the traits to be able to take those big leaps. Manny, on the year, bouncing around between JV and varsity, is 12-14 with 5 pins. So I've coached both the JV, and there's my lovely wife, Gina, on the screen right now. I thank all our coaches' wives for dealing with the home life so we can spend time coaching and helping these kids achieve their goals. But back to what I was saying, I've gotten to coach the JV and varsity this year. A couple weeks ago, we went with the JV team to a dual team tournament in Decatur. It was a varsity tournament with 1A schools, a couple 2A schools, and even one 3A school. And we took third out of 18 teams with our JV. Now, I will say maybe it was there were some hybrid JV varsity wrestlers there, but it was basically a JV team. And we actually went up against conference rival Mattoon, and our JV Bulldogs had the lead going into the last 3 matches. So we lost to Mattoon, and we lost to a 3A school, which I don't know why they were there, but Mount Prospect from up in the Chicago area, they won the dual team tournament. They took it to Mattoon. But very proud of our JV wrestlers. I think when you're jumping levels from high school or from junior high to high school or coming into the sport as a first-year wrestler, you really have to get up to speed on the physicality. And so our JV wrestlers were maybe a little tentative in the first couple dual meets, even though we were successful. But they really started to understand that they had to get physical. They had to get aggressive. And so it was a very rewarding weekend coaching our JV at that Decatur dual tournament. And on the varsity level this weekend at Sycamore, which I got to go to, man, our varsity guys, they love the fight. It's really awesome watching them scrap. The team has good vibes. And so looking forward to the next month of the season. Okay, Manny with a collar tie here, a left-hand collar tie, reaches for a single, drops down to that single and gets it. Be nice to see him come up with it. And now he needs to dump. Oh, Manny paused a second there, but is still in this fight, trying to come out the back door and get this takedown. He does get both legs and gets the takedown. Good aggressiveness there from Manny. This is Jackson Petmecki from Deland. That's a fun last name, Petmecki. Diaz goes to the ankle. He might be able to swim to a half here. Manny really wants this cross-face cradle, although he doesn't get the cross-face. He gets the far side cradle. Kind of wild there. He needs to hop sides and get hip to hip. I'd prefer he get the cross-face first, then hop sides. Oh, Manny. We got to work on that tomorrow. He's got Petmeki over, though, and is getting back points. He has, I guess you'd call that a cradle. Doesn't have the best grip. Gets his back points, though, and is still in control of this match. Uh-oh. Petmeki able to sit up and reverse Diaz. Referees call him out of bounds with 34 seconds left in this first period. Let's see what Manny has off the whistle here. Inside leg stand-up, gets up to his feet. Petmeki throws in the leg and gets him down. Doesn't really have a hold that's going to be very threatening, and Manny's able to spin out of it for the escape. 8-2 now for Diaz as time ticks down in this first period. Manny in on that single, cuts across to the double, and gets another three-point takedown. Good job getting a takedown at the end of a period. Our JV coach is Mark Miller. Hunter Crowley also coaches the JV. Diaz over, gets that ankle again. In good position here. Can probably try to dig a half, but maybe his wrist is trapped. Oh, there. Petmeki stepped up. Diaz gets the cradle, but once again does not get the crossface first. So it's just not as tight as it could be. He's got his count, but he's not going to be able to get that inside shoulder down without getting that crossface first. Now Manny was going to try for a near side cradle, but winds up in a high post position, we call it. Tries to switch over to the leg, but he really needs to reach over to the ankle before he takes Petmeki to his hip. He's able to get in a double leg position and come out on top. I've been mainly watching the mat tonight, but peeking over at our broadcast, it's pretty cool having these two cameras that switch from the wide view and then the up-close action. Ooh, Diaz might be able to get a near side here. Petmeki gets his head up and gets out. Diaz just locked around the leg now. Let's see if he can get up to that high post again. He does. Gets Petmeki on his hip, but can't get to the ankle. Petmeki doing a nice job of scrambling here and is going to come around. I believe this is a reversal. Yep. 20 seconds left. 15-4 in favor of Diaz. Petmeki, I'm not sure what he's trying to do when he goes out in front there. I don't know if he's trying to do a Merkle, but he really needs to get that inside leg wrapped around Manny's leg. It'll be Manny's choice. He chooses neutral. He's been in on that left side single quite a bit. There he just dives at the legs, comes up through the middle. Manny just needs to step over and now work up the body slowly with his hands. There he goes. He gets another takedown. It's now 18-4. So he's going to cut Petmeki. The next takedown will be a tech fall. So if Manny wants the pin, he's got to take him down straight to his back. There's another shot. Manny coming up. Maybe looking for a near side cradle. He's got to go around the head, though, not the armpit. He just spins around, gets the takedown. There's a tech fall for Manny Diaz on the JV level. Nice hustle by Manny there. And I think that is our final match. Nope. Spoke too soon. I did not see Nino Caballero coming to the mat. Nino, a sophomore 157-pounder. Nino is a really good wrestler. He's behind Weston Newts right now at 157. I think that he is going to be valuable for our postseason team. He's just real slick, hustles, hand fights pretty well. And so he'll be someone that could step in at the varsity level and win a match if you need him to. He's got good movement and fakes. Deland wrestler. Whoa. You know what that reminds me of? Have you ever seen Bloodsport, Simon? You watched Bloodsport last night? There's that one fighter who takes the personality of animals, right? Like one time he's like, that Deland wrestler was moving around like he was that fighter from Bloodsport. But Nino gets the takedown, digs the wing, going for the fall here in the first period. Stop due to potentially dangerous, but not after getting near fall. Man, Big Ten Network's going to come to us looking for tips. Nino will cut his opponent. I still don't have a name here for this Deland wrestler. Smith, okay. Well, it actually worked. He got in on Nino's leg. How many Bulldog wrestlers are going to try that in practice tomorrow? Nino gets another takedown here and buries that wing. I'm going to have to talk with Coach Ernst. Once again, you know, I said this at the beginning of the broadcast. Deland is a first-year program. Justin Ernst has stepped up and got this program started. They wrestled at the Decatur Christian Duels, and they actually won their bracket that they were in. And there's the fall from Nino. All right, let me see if I see any other Bulldogs and singlets. Oh, I think we will have that girls JV match that that did not happen at the end of the girls' meet. So I think they're wrestling that now. This girls JV match will be wait and see once the names come up here. I think this might be Snipes maybe for Mahomet. So once again, yeah, dual meets are kind of falling away. The Bulldogs will wrestle, or at least the weeknight dual meets are going away. The Bulldogs will wrestle on Monday on the holiday, wrestle the Apollo Conference duels. Based on your record in those duels is how you get all conference, how you make the all conference teams. And then there is a weekday triangular at Champaign Central with Pontiac. So just a few duels left in the Marty Williams tournament. And actually this year the schedule's different. The boys are wrestling their regional on January 30th. Then they have a 2-week break until, a week break until the sectional. Okay, who do we have here? We have Snipes and Franz. Snipes from Mahomet. France from Deland. Snipes with a collar tie snap down, trying a snap down.
Oh, hey, you got a little of you too.
There's a shot by France, defended by Snipes. Snipes with the quick go behind. That was nice. Short offense to go behind there by Snipes. She's trying to get a wrist, but then goes right to the half. Good aggression on top here by Snipes. I like it. She might get a 1-minute pin. Actually, a 44-second pin for Liliana Snipes. So thank you for joining us on Bulldog TV. I think it was, did the Bulldogs win every match tonight, boys and girls? They did. So once again, Deland, a first-year program. Kudos to them for coming over here and wrestling our Bulldogs on senior night. Great night for the Bulldogs, and really looking forward to the season ahead. Before I sign off, I'd like to thank our Bulldog TV sponsors one more time. D1 Networks, Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, Subway of Mahomet, Jackson Quality Construction, Mid-American Market, Andrew White Dentistry, First State Bank of Forest, and the Illinois Army National Guard. So once again, the Bulldogs win every match tonight, boys and girls. Very good night for our program. I am Nick Morphew, one of the assistants here at Mahomet, and thank you for joining us, and have a good night.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Thank you, corporate sponsors, for your continued support of Bulldog Athletics. Your donations help provide for a huge number of Mahomet sports and activities. If you want to support Bulldog Athletics and be like the pros, please reach out to Matt Hensley.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Thank you, corporate sponsors, for your continued support of Bulldog Athletics. Your donations help provide for a huge number of Mahomet sports and activities. If you want to support Bulldog Athletics and be like the pros, please reach out to Matt Hensley.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll